Welcome to Fastang 444. I'll show you a few head-to-heads just before the final showdown that were pretty monumental in this game. This is the first game of the day for me, actually, and you can see I am leveling up even though the Focus RS is faster. And this vehicle was coming over, so I engage in a head-to-head with them. And off to the southeast we go because this is going to be a final Arena 6 in the southeast. Even though I am in second place, we both are going to have to navigate going into the swamp, through the trees, so I'm actually not overly concerned about being in second place because the trees are the equalizer. It doesn't matter how fast of a vehicle you have. It's a matter of what path you take through the trees, how many of them you hit, if any of them. It's rare that you don't hit a tree, and they just hit a tree over on the left there, and I can tell by this finish point, this is going to be over on the wooden docks in the swamp. Bridges. This is on the bridge. Okay, so they're giving me a good luck and a tap. Fortunately, I didn't go outside of the arena, and I am getting into a Ferrari. And right when I get to here, I can see a vehicle on the mini map that's coming over trying to snipe me. They're right behind me, so I'm going to start heading the direction of a head-to-head and engage in the head-to-head. They are in the much faster Hoonigan Group A, but as I mentioned in the previous head-to-head, it does not matter in the trees in the swamp. If you can get through them cleanly. And I wind up taking this Hoonigan Group A. Talk about them doing me a favor, and I actually sent them a message after the game saying, good game, you did what I did yesterday. You took an unnecessary risk. They had a fast enough vehicle to use in the final showdown and risked it and lost it. So arena is shrinking. I will get in position now for the final showdown. There's a dirt road over here, and it bends off to the right, but I will continue on this line. Turn around on the edge of the woods and line up with this dirt road angled northwest. Right here is where I like to leave for the final showdown.
Head-to-heads complete. Get ready for the final showdown.
You can see on the map this point that I like to leave from, and that's roughly the direction that I will head. This is Arena 6. The range of time to leave is 18 to 20 seconds. I will leave at 20 seconds. It sounds like a Lamborghini off to my right with the sound of their engine, and I exit right at 2 seconds with speed, which is a decent exit. They're right behind me. Finish point appears straight ahead. I will angle over to the right slightly, avoiding that X-shaped intersection. There are a lot of buildings around that. And across the stream over on this dirt road, that suggested route that was over on the right is a bridge, and you can see that is closer to the line that they took. They went flying off a hill there into the stream, and I'm not sure if they hit a tree or what happened, but they lost a lot of ground there, and it looks like I need to go around the cloverleaf here. There actually is a line of trees on this line. I want to be on the left edge of that line of trees. That's a clear route through that area. I'm spinning around a little bit, but I did not spin out. I will be able to get over to this finish and win this one. And afterwards, online gaming friend Villain TSS congratulated me. They were in this game. Good game, Villain.
Congratulations! You are the Eliminator!
I actually was content to use this Nissan GTR in the Final Showdown, but here comes this Ferrari that is chasing me. Not sure what they were thinking. They are not going to be able to beat me if I have a clean run. So this is a Final Showdown in the southeast. It will be Final Arena 7. So I go across this bridge and then angle over to the left. There's a gap between the trees over here. Take this over to the finish. Just a grove of trees here that I need to go around. Or I guess around the edge of the woods. It's not really a grove of trees. To the finish. And stop so I don't go outside of the arena. It winds up offering me the Hoonigan Focus RS RX, and I will decline that because the Nissan GTR is a faster vehicle. It accelerates very quickly off-road, but this is the vehicle I am using, and I jumped ahead where I am getting in position for the Final Showdown. Right at this bend in the road directed west is where I like to leave from.
Head-to-head's complete. Get ready for the Final Showdown!
You can see on the map this point that I like to leave from, and this is roughly the direction a Final Showdown would head. This is Arena 7. The range of time to leave is 18 to 20 seconds. I will leave it 21 seconds. I may find that I am early and will have to adjust my speed accordingly if so, and right when I take off, there's a Rocky. They wind up right at this turn. They hit their brakes, so I go around them and I have to hit my brakes, and they pass me. And I exited 2.5 seconds. They exited perfectly at 3 seconds. Timeout bar 1 second remaining. Most likely they have a half second, and the finish point appears. I will follow this road and go through the left center of the traffic circle. They go off to the right there, and I know to roughly follow along this road. You can see that the finish point is very close to where this road leads. I'll open up the map in the straightaway ahead and see exactly where I need to go. It's still showing I'm in second place, but I like my chances here. They hit something in the trees through there, and I open up the map. I can see it will be on the right of this hill. I actually could go around the low side and closer to where the road is off on the right, but I decide to go over the right center of this hill and try and jump over it. I did tap my brakes through here so I could try and maintain my direction, and I did well. I will get this win in the Nissan GTR. A third vehicle will come into view on the mini-map. It looks like they may have taken the highway over here.
Horizon, please congratulate the Eliminator!
Unfortunately, this is the point where I realized I wasn't recording the game, so I started it, and that vehicle just won a head-to-head. I think that was a Brocky, so I had to get away from them. There was another vehicle on the other side of the finish, and we were doing a bit of a dance here. They kept trying to lure me over, so I wind up luring them up the hill and go right back over to the finish here, and we'll eliminate them and get into a level 10. I had mentioned that I realized I wasn't recording. I was kind of upset because I had earlier in the game a head-to-head that finished around the church ruins and the lava field, and there was a vehicle that was trying to ram me, be a griefer, and they angered me, so I wound up chasing them down and eliminating them and coming up the mountain. I was very happy to do that. I wish I could share that video with you because I know everyone really hates those griefers, people that decide that they just want to ram into you. So I took some vengeance on them, and I wish I could share that video with you so you could enjoy it. But here we go. I am getting in position for the final showdown. You can see this is up the mountain, up Volcano Mountain, La Gran Caldera, I think it's called. There are some boulders over here. I like to park on the right side of them. It helps eliminate potential griefers. And look at this. 2 people were outside of the arena and are eliminated. Wow. So we went from 8 drivers to 4 drivers really quick there. You can see on the map this point that I like to leave from. And I will roughly go this direction down what I call the gap, down the mountain. This is Arena 18. The range of time to leave is 13 to 14 seconds. I will leave it 14 seconds. This is actually a difficult final showdown to try and time your exit right at 3 seconds because of the speeds that you get going down the mountain. I did not fully accelerate through here. I thought it might be just a little early. Doing the map trick there. I exited 2.5 seconds. 1 second remaining on the timeout bar, which is a good exit for myself. And the finish point appears. It looks to be over towards the highway, south of the lava field. So I am trying to get close to this intersection here. This is a clear path. And then I know to angle over to the left. Lights on this building, so I will go around that. And now I will angle over towards the finish here. And I open up the map. I can see this is on the shoreline of the river where the wet season jump would be from north to south. So I need to go a little farther over to the left. I think there will be some trees just short of this finish off on the right. Where is this? I need to slow down so I don't overshoot this finish. Let's get through here. They wind up jumping and running right into a tree there. So I will get the win in the Brocky. Yeah.
Winner! Welcome to the Illuminati!
I will start this game where I am just getting in position for the final showdown. I was actually being chased around here by a level 10 Funko. So I was avoiding them. I thought about trying to engage in a head-to-head with them to see if I could get them to run out of position, but then they start running. And I only actually had 2 head-to-heads this game. It wasn't a very eventful, but when I wound up in the Nissan GTR, I knew this was going to be a fast enough vehicle for the final showdown. So yeah, that vehicle takes off. There isn't enough time now to complete a head-to-head, so I will just get over in position over here in the right lane between the perimeter and this bridge is the point I like to lead from. This actually caught me off guard, and I thought it was funny. Look at the Audi RS7 that just dropped in. This is the point I like to leave from, between the perimeter and the bridge. This is Arena 1. The range of time to leave is 22 to 25 seconds. I will add 2 seconds to the maximum and leave it 27 seconds. I may have to adjust my speed along the way. Let's see how I do. And there are actually 2 Funkos in this game. There's one that was tangled in the guardrail, and the other one was actually facing the wrong direction there. I timed my exit well and block right as I exit at 2 seconds. So that worked out well. I am not going to let them just go past me. So I am watching them. They're doing the map trick, and in doing so, they lose control and go and run right into that bridge back there. This is a different Funko that passes me. I can see the finish is south of the waterway, the river, and this is the wet season. So I will roughly go around this hill. I'm going to just go around the right edge of it, just a little mini jump over here. The line where you jump over the middle is risky if you don't land it just right, so I did well on this line. And I'll open up the map in the straightaway, and I can see the finish is right on the entrance to Tunnel Road. So I will use the right side of this hill between the trees to bank a right turn. And there is a hacienda ahead that I want to go on the left side of that. You can see it there now. Get close to this sharp left turn, this point. I do wind up hitting a tree, but I still will get the win in. What a great win in the Nissan GTR. Yeah, let's do a little burnout here in celebration.
Welcome to the shadowy ranks of the Illuminati.
I wound up starting the very next game right where I completed that and won that Final Showdown. And I will show this because this is kind of comical. As the game starts, I do not see a drop here. I thought I might have seen one over on the bridge here, but then I kind of make a last second decision to move over inside of the tunnel, and I wasn't sure if it would put me inside of the tunnel or not. It does not. I am on top of the tunnel, perched up at an angle up against this tree. It rolls over, and here I am on top of the tunnel. I'm going to try and jump down. Fortunately, it gives me the option to reset position and resets me inside of the tunnel. So I will jump ahead. I found a Audi RS6, and then look at what I found. A Mercedes AMG GT. Great car. More of a level 9 speed vehicle. And I will pause this coming up. I open up the map, and I can see it's going to be Final Arena 12, which is just north of the solar panels. You can see it there. So it's a tendency for this Final Showdown to go east on the highway. I will jump ahead here. I engaged in a head-to-head and wound up in a R.J. Anderson Pro 2 truck. And look at this. This vehicle is being chased, so I will engage in a head-to-head. I wound up getting the vehicle that was chasing the other vehicle by engaging in a head-to-head over them. And off we go over towards the lava field. I'll angle over to the left. To go far enough left where I don't hit anything. You can see all those obstructions there that I avoided. And I will wind up getting into a level 9. Andretti Beetle. I will jump ahead again here where I engaged in a late head-to-head. I really needed to get into a level 10 for the final showdown because, as I mentioned, typically you go east on the highway, so I needed something with a higher top speed. I was pausing long enough to let the arena shrink so I can get in position for the final showdown and not leave enough time for anyone to engage and complete a head-to-head. And here is where I make a huge mistake. I thought I would just engage in a head-to-head with Artyshere here, and I go outside of where the arena is, and look at this. I wind up with, I don't know, 2 seconds off of my timeout bar, 1.5 seconds. How foolish was that? Now I cannot leave early and time my exit. This is the point that I like to leave from. This is Arena 12. The range of time to leave is 16 to 18 seconds if you do not have time off of your timeout bar. So I will leave at 15 seconds. Pretty much I have to leave with 0 seconds remaining on the countdown. I cannot afford to be eliminated by the arena here. I decided to go in the right lane for my exit just so that these other 2 drivers don't possibly try bumping me off of the road. And I can't accelerate through here. Okay, I can now. I exit at roughly 1/2 second, and the finish is on or very close to the highway. We'll pass the Nissan GTR through here, and the Funko actually has a decent lead. They timed their exit well, so my only hope is they wind up going off-road and make some kind of error. I don't know. Let's see. I won't open the map. I've seen this finish point before. It is just south of the highway, just beyond the cloverleaf, and here's the break I needed. They turned early and went south of the cloverleaf intersection, so I wind up passing them and avoiding any trees in that pond for the win. Yeah, an unlikely win.
Welcome to the secret society of the Illuminati! Oh, shh.
Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video along with all of my videos. And if you've been enjoying my content, subscribe please. Help me get to 1,000 subscribers. I really need your help.